Well, looks like we're at it again. Hollywood is back to just their old BS tactics with the reboots, the remakes, and the prequels. Right now, we are getting a brand new prequel that is dropping on Peacock in September in the universe of John Wick titled The Continental. Now, me personally, and probably 90% of anybody that actually love the whole John Wick franchise, it's the impossible job. That is the only thing that I want to see from John Wick. I want to know what that was, what he did, how did it play out, and just the relationship that he had with Helen, up until the very first John Wick film. But Hollywood, yet again, they just can't see the bigger picture. They just don't understand. And we have another prequel on our hands that no one really wanted. Like the world in John Wick was it's pretty neat, but we got a lot of that nuance from the film. Like this essentially is probably a cash grab, right? Now some prequels do well. Some prequels don't feel like cash grabs, but at the end of the day, that's what they're pushing for. But take example, look at House of Dragons. House of Dragons was a prequel to Game of Thrones that turned out just okay. But now we have a prequel of a prequel that is set 800 years prior to House of Dragons and another Game of Thrones prequel. And yet again, Hollywood will continue to just beat these dead horses with sticks until there's nothing left but mush.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
We have this prequel that no one asked for and that no one really, I would argue and say, don't really care about. And the one thing that we want and the one thing that we actually care about from the John Wick franchise, Hollywood isn't giving to us. They are not giving it to us. I want to see the job, and I want to see how he's met his wife, and I want to see what that relationship looks like and how she, if she even knew John's past, and see how she dealt with it. That's what I want. Also, we getting the Ballerina, which is a spin-off, not necessarily a prequel, but that's also another Hollywood trope. Everything's a spin-off, everything's a prequel, everything's a reboot, everything's is a remake. Hollywood has lost pretty much all creativity, and you can see it. And just every time I turn around, it's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And I'm quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And you get the whole saying, well, people don't like original ideas. People don't go support original ideas. Well, if Hollywood and these writers and these companies would put out original ideas that are worthy of our attention, they will get it. I don't understand why that concept is so void to them. Like they just don't see it. But this is one of those things that I personally, I might watch just for the sake of, just to see what it's about. I'll probably give it the benefit of the doubt. This is a show that's coming on Peacock. It's a miniseries, so it's not really a full-blown series. And I think this is just their way of testing the waters to see if we as fans or we as consumers will bite. And once that happens, and if they do, it's going to be more and more and more and more and more. But with that, we do get some new assassins, some people that we haven't seen anymore, or we haven't seen before. And the biggest name that they've gotten for this franchise so far is Mel Gibson. Like, Mel Gibson's an A-lister. He's just one of those Hollywood celebrities that really, puts out solid work, in most of the things that he's in. I don't know the role that he's going to play. My guess, without doing much deep dive into the research, probably the hotel owner, which he has the personality and the charisma to kind of just pull that off. And I'm looking forward to his performance just to see what he has to offer. But the show itself, I don't know, man. I really don't know. And that's one of those things where it's a wait and see type of thing. Do I think it's gonna do well? Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say, but if most people are in the same boat with me, we're just tired of it, man. We want to see some new things, but it's just the ideas are dried up, and they have been for a long time. You know, like since Hollywood has transitioned into the superhero comic book craze, a lot of other things around it has fallen to the wayside. And even now, like the Hollywood, the comic stuff, these comic book films are also just getting worse and worse every single time. Like I think Guardians of the Galaxy was probably going to be one of those things that I feel like it's the last, or it's going to be the last good comic book film for a long time. Just, I don't know. I really don't know what what they're going to do. You know, at some point, ticket sales are going to continue to plummet. And what are they going to do? You know, like they've pretty much dipped into their library of old things to damn near reboot and remake. Like I don't know what else is left, you know. Take Evil Dead for instance. Evil Dead 1 and 2, and then you had a, I guess, remake that transitioned more from the spoof comedy horror to just a straight horror film, which I didn't really care much for it. And then we had the Ash vs. the Evil Dead TV series that actually kind of paid homage to Evil Dead 1 and 2, and it was a direct continuation of those two films, and they were really good. So now we have Evil Dead Rises that's coming out as well, which looks surprisingly well. So I'm not gonna say I'm excited. I have mid expectations for it. So I'll watch it and probably give my commentary on the channel and just let you guys know how I feel about it, and just kind of just what it does right and what it does wrong. But I don't know what else, man. There's nothing else coming out that I'm interested in. The Continental drops in September, so it's not really that far along, and it's a 3-part miniseries. So we'll see what it does, what it offers. You know, if it does give that spark to just the John Wick fans, but it's still not sparking the right part for me. The job, the wife, that's it. But this is a pretty short video, man. I just kind of saw this and I was like, another one, here we go again. And Hollywood, it is what it is, and it's up to us as consumers to put our money where our mouth is sometimes. And if things that are coming out and it's just cash grabs, stop giving them money, man. But that's the only way for things to change. But that's it for the video. My name's Lincoln. This has been the RPG Show. Until next time, guys, like, comment, sub, and I'm out. Peace.